Happy New Year's, Cancer. This is your reading for January, and I already pulled some cards. And I got I got the World's card, the 10 of Cups, and the Fool card. What does that tell me? You already know walking into 2026, you had to leave a lot of things alone. Because why? Your happiness comes first in 2026. Your happiness comes first. And you're ready to fulfill that. And you're ready to just dive into new projects, new relationships, new connections that cater to your happiness. And ain't nothing wrong with that because your happiness comes first. How could you give someone happiness? How could you build with another person if you're not happy? If your foundation is not set, how can you do that? You can't. You just can't. And if you haven't realized that, you're going to realize that after this call. I was about to say after this call. What other messages do we have for Cancer? Stepping into your power with the Emperor, okay? Starting a business, learning some new, I don't know, events, some new things that'll help you build your leadership. I don't know why I keep hearing leadership roles. Whether or not you got to go back to school, maybe find another job that has to do with a leadership like kind of like position, starting your own business. At the end of the day, stepping into that leadership authority role, because I really truly feel like that will be very beneficial for you going into 2026. New love. If you're already in a relationship, I do feel like, you are going to reconnect with your partner. So doing new things, doing new events with each other could be very beneficial. So for an example, if you guys are so used to going to the movies, like try something different, go to a different restaurant, like travel to a different place, kind of like regain that reconnection with your person. Another thing too, if you're single, I do feel like you are gonna meet somebody that's actually going to really bring a lot of emotions into your life. It's kind of like they're gonna stir up the emotions into your life. And Cancer, one thing about you is that if they don't stir emotions, they not for you. You already know this. You're a water sign, okay? Even though you don't act like a water sign, y'all definitely don't act like a water sign sometimes. But if they stir up the emotions, you already know what that means. They're definitely in the same caliber as you. Let's see what else. Okay, we have here the Five of Wands. Not competing with anybody, not fighting with anybody. This is not the year to bring that energy. I kind of felt like that was a lot of the energy that you guys had to deal with in 2025, but not in 2026. Okay, babies? Like, no. Fighting, clashing, feeling like you have to compete. Like, no. I really think that energy, needs to be channeled into once again your happiness and building your structure. Anything outside of that gotta go. Let's see what else. Taking time out for yourself as well. For an example, if you don't see the vision being clear, that means you need to take time out for yourself to understand the vision. Because you can't just be out here blindsided, blinded. You just out here, with a deer with its headlights. You understand? Walking across the highway. Like, do you see sometimes like the deers that be crossing the highways? Like, they don't know what be going on. Okay, Cancer. That energy cannot be brought into 2026. Okay, if the vision is not clear, you need to take time out for yourself to figure out where you're trying to go. If not, you're gonna get hit by a car, literally. Okay, and we do not need that energy. Let's see what else with the oracle cards we have for you for 2026. Realignment. You see what I'm saying? Realigning yourself. So the Hermit card really goes together with realignment because once again, if you're not aligned with yourself and if you're not understanding of yourself and where you're trying to go, like how can you get there? You're only going to create chaos and a mess because you're not understanding of yourself. Like, I'm confused right now. You see what I'm saying? If I wasn't aligned within myself, then I wouldn't be able to continue to finish this message. How could you continue with your goals, aspirations, even love life, if you're not thinking straight? Let's see what else. Divine counterpart. Yeah, when it comes to love too, because we talked about love earlier. If they're not on the same page as you, like spiritually, like they could be like they could be the ones that could be throwing you off as well. So you need to have a serious conversation with them if they're not aligned with you, because honestly, they can really throw you off your tracks. We don't need that. Okay. So if you're currently in a relationship, having deep conversations with them could be truly beneficial. Like, where you're trying to go in life, especially if they're coming along with you. You can't be thinking like clearly and your person is just in the air. You understand? The both of you guys have to be able to be aligned and help push each other. But if the both of you guys are caught like in a deer with their headlights walking across, the highway, the both of you guys are going to get ran over. So the both of you guys have to be on the same page. Have to. Okay. And last message. Oh, wisdom. Once again, I think I said this earlier. Knowledge. Knowledge is power. Okay. So do whatever it is that you need to do in order to structure, in order to get your ducks in a row, in order for you to gain knowledge so that you can understand where you're trying to go. Okay. And understanding where you're trying to go has everything to do with gaining the knowledge, understanding what's going on. And sometimes you might have to take a class, or you might have to do a little seminar. You might have to talk to a couple of people to see if you're even on the path that you're trying to head towards. You know what I'm saying? So, Cancer, you got a lot of things to do. There's a lot of things that you guys need to focus on. Get to it. That's all I'm going to say. Get to it.